All right, welcome back to the RC Wrench Bench. Today we've got exciting news. We're starting on a brand new build. I wasn't planning on doing this until midwinter, but I decided to go for it early. We've got the brand new Team Associated RC10SC7. I love short course racing. Check out the unboxing video that I posted just recently. Super excited about this kit. I loved my old RC10SC6.2. I've invested a ton of time, energy, and some money making that competitive over the last several years. So it'll be fun to start with a new platform. I'm a little nervous just to be starting over, but at the same time, that's part of the challenge. So we're starting off. I do have a couple of upgrades that we're going to start right with the build. At the beginning of the build is the steering assembly, and so right off the bat, we'll be putting the R1WURKS aluminum steering rack and Bellcranks on. So kind of a funny thing to have a brand new kit and have the very first thing be an upgrade, but that's what we're doing. So similar to the XB2 build series that I posted this past summer, we'll be putting this thing together in short videos, one step at a time. I take a leisurely pace with my build. I enjoy doing the build, and that's what we're going to do here. So if you like a slow pace in a relaxed environment, then you've come to the right place. I was particularly impressed with the R1WURKS titanium drive shafts and joints for the buggy that I recently built. So based on that experience, I went ahead and ordered these aluminum parts from R1WURKS. On my buggy, I put on some Revolution Design aluminum, but decided to do R1 for this one just to try them out. You know, and the pricing was really good as well. So there is the rack, which looks great. It's got a nice finish to it. It's not super glossy, kind of a matte finish almost. And the Bellcranks have the chamfered edges on them. You'll see one has 2 holes and one not. So we're going to go ahead and get this together. I noticed that the rack came with a couple of washers. So I am assuming that that will go on probably the top side of the bearing. I don't think it came with any instructions. Let me just double check. Steering rack, no, didn't come with any instructions. I'm assuming that that goes on top of the bearing, but I'm not totally sure. All right, so if we are looking at this way, that is the top, and we're going to go ahead and insert these bearings. I'm going to put them shield side up. I'm just double checking to see what the clearance is on those. I don't think that this would go in the center. No, it falls right through. So those must sit on top of the top bearing after putting those together. The last 3 builds that I've done have all been X-ray kits. So I'm afraid I will be drawing some comparison to those as we go, which may or may not be enjoyable for everybody. You know, the instruction manual so far seems pretty clear. I did kind of preview it to see what it would entail. And for the most part, it seems pretty high quality. All right, I got those in there, those in there. Forgot that we'll be needing a little bit of thread lock here. So let's see, on the bell crank, though, I believe that this direction is correct. I'm just skipping ahead to see some of the additional steps to make sure I have this going the right way. I believe that is correct. Use this great little tray for getting my parts organized for each step. And, oops. Just a tiny little bit is going to be enough. So 1 millimeter spacer on that ball stud. I put the spacer on before the thread lock just to make sure we're not getting a giant mess. And again, you don't need a heck of a lot of that stuff. So fun to have a new kit. All right, so there is that rack. There is the Bellcranks. There is part one. These two washers, I'm assuming, are going to go on the top, but we're going to just double check that as we go. Would have been not a bad idea for R1WURKS to throw that message in there.